Have you ever wondered what are the laws of success, and if so, is there a roadmap that exists that we could follow it to become more successful? Well, in this video, we're going to review The Law of Success by Napoleon Hill, and we're going to get some of those answers coming up. If you're new here, my name is Christopher Dadiana. Welcome to my channel, the #1 place for peak performance, entrepreneurship, and personal growth. So who is Napoleon Hill? He was an author from the early 1900s that wrote about personal development and self-help. He's actually very well known for his book, Think and Grow Rich, which I highly recommend. His whole life he dedicated on learning what are the laws of success, and how he did that, he's interviewed hundreds of successful entrepreneurs, CEOs, and politicians, and figured out what are the irrefutable laws of success that these people have. And that's how this book came about. Now in this book, there's actually 16 laws of success. Now why am I saying 16 or 15? Is because certain copies say they're 15 and other copies say they're 16. Now before going into the book review and talking about my best ideas that I got out of the book, I wanted to mention all the lessons of success or the laws of success that he mentioned within the book. Now in this copy, there's actually 15. So the first one, which is the 1A, is actually mastermind. So that's the one by itself. Now, lesson number 1 or law number 1. A definite chief aim. Number 2 is self-confidence. Number 3 is a habit of saving. Number 4 is initiative and leadership. Number 5 is imagination. Number 6 is enthusiasm. Number 7, self-control. Number 8 is habit of doing more than you're paid for. Number 9 is a pleasing personality. Number 10 is a accurate thought. Number 11 is a concentration. Number 12 is cooperation. Number 13 is failure. Number 14 is tolerance. And the last one, number 15, is the golden rule. So let's dive into deep within all of this. The first best idea of the book is the mastermind. Now, what is the mastermind? Essentially, it's 2 or more people coming together, working in a harmonious fashion to solve a problem or go towards a goal. Now, this is extremely important, and he even mentions it. The power of putting more than one mind together is so amazing what it creates. Now, this is important not only for entrepreneurs, but for everyday people. When you're collaborating with somebody to really fix an issue or to go towards your goal, you're going to hit that goal so much easier. And this is something I mention within this channel all the time. The power of the mastermind is an essential law and part of success. The second best idea of the book is enthusiasm. Now, you have to be aware of your enthusiasm and your passion, how you're showing up, because that has a direct correlation to your success. As you're more enthusiastic, you will attract that more. Not only that, for your auto-suggestion, it's extremely important. It really doesn't matter what you say, it's how you say it. So if you're processing within your mind and your auto-suggestion with your positive affirmations with a positive enthusiasm, it's going to happen so much more. Now, we're not saying here, and he does mention that as well in the book, we're not saying be overly enthusiastic. Just be yourself. Be enthusiastic of what you're doing. That's it. That's all. So really live into your highest level of enthusiasm. If you see there's some value within this video so far, don't miss that at all. So give me a like, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the bell notification to find out when our weekly videos come out. So the word of the book is credulity, which means a readiness or willingness to believe, especially on sight or uncertain evidence. The third best idea of the book is dressing well. Now, I know that this might be a controversial subject because when it comes to fashion, it's to each their own. But we have to understand when we meet somebody and when somebody meets you, there's the eyeball test that happens, and that's a real thing. So what's happening is in the first few seconds, consciously or subconsciously, you're painting a picture of who is the person in front of you. So knowing that, you have to present yourself in the best foot forward. Now, what do we mean by that? We're not talking about lying, doing something that you're not. No, just be who you are, but put something that's well put together, clean cut. You don't necessarily need to be wearing a suit if you don't wear suits. Just wear something that's nice, presentable, and clean cut. Furthermore, the author mentions that once you are somebody that's well dressed, that grabs attention. And in this world of over attention and over information, it's good to stand out in a positive way. Once you dress well, you feel good. Once you feel good, you're able to take proper actions. So really think about, how am I showing up when it comes to my clothing and how am I presenting myself in that avenue? The fourth best idea of the book is collaboration is the key to earn a large fortune. Now, he mentions within the book that it's very well known that successful people always collaborate to earn large fortune. And the reason why they do that is because they understand what is their strengths and their weaknesses, and they delegate their weaknesses to somebody else, which is in fact their strength. So if you're looking at it like that, not only are you going to be increasing your revenue and increasing your output of quality work, but it's going to be such a more joyful experience in itself because everybody's doing what they particularly love. And within the book, he mentions there's this story that Henry Ford was getting interviewed at a certain point, and the interviewee was asking him a bunch of questions that Henry Ford did not necessarily know. And the interview was kind of being nasty and kind of putting this prejudice of him not knowing what he's talking about. And Henry Ford looks at him and says, listen, all these questions that you ask me, it really doesn't matter if I know them or not. Here's the thing, I have a button under my desk and I press it, and the second that I press it, I have access to the people that are gonna give me these answers. So it really doesn't matter that you know or you don't know. You just have to know what you're good at, stick to it, and delegate the rest. I am such a fan of this that I've actually done a full video on the value of collaboration. So I'll link it up as well, and it'll give you a better idea how to collaborate as an entrepreneur. The fifth best idea of the book is the golden rule. Now this was my favorite part because it's such a simplistic rule, but if you live within this rule, you will be so much of a better individual. Now the rule is, do unto others as you wish them to do unto you. It is so simplistic, like I said, but if you follow this rule, you'll be such a more empathetic, a more kind, a more caring, and just a better individual altogether. Furthermore, this rule is going to make you see if there's certain people that should be in your life and other people that should not be, because it's true, it's not everybody that should be in your life. And if you follow this rule, you'll be able to spot them out and take them out. As well, you'll be able to see, are you doing the right things to certain people? You'll be able to do an auto-evaluation with yourself within this rule. So remember, do unto others as you wish them to do unto you. Napoleon Hill is the GOAT when it comes to personal development and self-help. Now, for people that don't know, GOAT means greatest of all time. Now, why am I saying that? Because all of his content in his books are essentially the one that started it all. Everybody that you look at today, from Tony Robbins to Brendon Burchard to Tom Bilyeu to Gary Vaynerchuk, all these people in some way, shape, or form have been directed through this man's work, and it's been passed on through generations. So this book was really amazing. I thoroughly enjoyed it and I highly suggest it. Just a little heads up though, it is a thick book, and at certain parts within the book, I found that he was kind of stretching a bit too much. There were certain things that it shouldn't have been in the book. It could have been so much more inducively directed to the point. But that being said, it is still amazing just on the aspect of how he breaks down what are the laws of success and the 16 within this book. Now the question today is, what is your number one law of success? Comment down below. Would love to see what is your irrefutable law of success that you guys believe in, you guys follow, and we'll just start a conversation with that on that end. Furthermore, I highly suggest this book, so I'll link it up as well in the descriptions below so you guys can go check that out and pick it up. And one last thing over here, you have a couple of videos that could interest you. The first one over here is on my book review series. Over here, you have my entrepreneurship series. Over here, you have my peak performance mindset series. And you have my profile picture. You guys can click, subscribe, and join the family. I hope you have a blessed and grateful day.